Okay everyone, thank you for looking at the slides that I created for you. Now at this point I'm going to show you in a video step by step through those slides. In order to access Gmail, first of all you will open your Chromebook and look at the bottoms of the screen on the shelf, and you'll see a Gmail icon, and if you'll click on that Gmail icon your Gmail will open up and you'll see a screen somewhat similar to mine that's showing right now. Many of the features in Gmail are very similar to our Outlook Exchange and what we're accustomed to. In order to create an email, you will come up and click on this red Compose button. Clicking on the Compose button opens a dialog box to the right, and you will see you have a space for your address book or your email address. It will have access to your email address book, and as you have typed specific emails, those will automatically populate as you start typing some of the letters into an email. For instance, mine pops up very quickly. You have your subject line, you have your text box. Over at the top right you've got your carbon copy or blind copy options, and then at the bottom are your formatting tools as well as your attachment tools. You do have an area over to the side for a delete button if you choose later to decide that you're not going to send the email. If the screen is too small and you'd prefer a larger screen, if you come up to the top of the dialog box and click on the arrows, it will expand the screen and you can see a bigger view. Once you have the email as you want it, you will click the blue send button and the email will be on its way. In order to respond to an email, you can just click on your email. You will see the trail of previous emails that this email is attached to, and you can see that from there. Here in this box you have an opportunity to reply or forward. You click on one of those, then your text box pops up and you can begin to respond. Here are your formatting tools down here as well as your attachment tools. These three dots here just mean that there's some of the content that's trimmed. For me, that's my signature right now. It's not going to show, but it is embedded in there. Alright, I am not going to send that email. So you can see that it's fairly simple, fairly intuitive. Also, you'll see that this email is already tagged in several folders, so let's talk about folders for a moment. On the left side of your screen you will see already some folders that have been created. I've got a folder for assistant principals, a folder for principals, so I can choose to move those emails to those folders. If you look up at the top you'll see some options, and right here's a list of folders, and you can see the folders that I've already created. So let's go back to my inbox, and let's say this email right here, I want to click on it, so I'm going to put a check in the box beside that email, and then I can come up to the folders and I could choose to move it to any of these folders. But if I wanted a new folder, let's suppose I want to create a new one, and I want to name this one Central Office, and this is a folder I will drag some of the communication that I have from members of the central office here. I will create this folder. You can also see that later I can create subfolders under this folder. So if I wanted specific names to fall under that one folder of central office, I could do that. Once I hit create, right over here is my folder. If you look at the more or less button right here, there are some items that stay hidden unless you open them, and then you have several up here at the top. If I didn't want some of these to show all the time, for instance, if I wanted my trash down here and I didn't really want to see that all the time, I could just click and drag, and you can drag from bottom up as well and place those where you would like for them to go. One of the first things you're going to want to do once Gmail is active and live for us is create your signature. So if you come up to the gear icon, click on the gear icon and choose Settings. Underneath Settings, you want to stay in the General tab, There are many options and a lot of fun exploring that you can have later once we are live. But for right now, I just want to show you how you create your signature. Under General, you will scroll down. You will eventually see an area for signature. You will click on the radio button underneath no signature to designate that you are creating a signature, and then once you do that, you can begin to type in the text box and design your signature as you want others to see it. Once you have it just right, come down to the bottom, make sure you click Save Changes, if you've made changes, so that those will be captured and you can remember those. Okay, so we have covered how to open the Gmail, how to compose, reply, or forward an email, how to create your signature. You've looked at folders on the left side and how to move those back and forth. And that pretty much is the Survivor's Guide right now on how to navigate through Gmail. Please know that we will be sending many more learning opportunities for you over the next several months. It's going to be an exciting time, and I appreciate your few minutes right here joining me and looking at Gmail.